Welcome back to the Pulse. Let's do more on the Pulse. Parliament has summoned the local government minister and officials of the Births and Deaths Registry to respond to questions on plans to bar Ghanaians from registering some local names. The registry had maintained the use of local names like Nana, Togbe, Ni, Mame Jr., which it says are titles, was not permissible by the Registration of Births and Deaths Act 1965, Act 301. Legislators, including Haruna Idrisu and Joseph Osei-Owusu, are unhappy at the directive and demanded the legal basis for which the registry has issued such directive.
Management of public business. I wanted to indulge you to draw attention to a matter of public interest. And I have with me here the Daily Heritage newspaper of Friday, January 26, 2018, with a caption headlines, Ghanaians angry with a quote over ban on names such as Nana, Ni, Junior by Births and Deaths Registry. And probably Tugbe. So your Nana Sumpaine, the registrar of births is saying that if you so deem to want to have it as your name. Mr. Speaker, I'm raising this so that this House will summon the Minister for Local Government and the management of the Births and Deaths Registry to explain to this House where the source of their power is, that they can say our President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. That is his name, accordingly. And Mr. Speaker, in this House, there are many of the Nanas and the Nis. I see Nana Ekwe Apriye, that one, Dr. Nana Apriye, Nana Eyo. What happens? And Mr. Speaker, it means that when I give birth, someone sitting somewhere wants to determine to me what name I should give to my son or daughter. If I decide that he should be Haruna Jr., that is Haruna Jr. If I decide that he should be Chirfo Haruna, that is a name. So, Mr. Speaker, I have looked at the Registration of Births and Deaths Act 1965, Act 301. And Mr. Speaker, I have looked at the clause in relation to registration of births, in particular 10, registration of names subsequent to registration of birth. Once you establish that there is a birth and you've gone through the process, the Honorable Minister for Monetary Evaluation, if he chooses to name the son or daughter Nana, why should he be prevented? If they want a revision of the law, this is the appropriate institution. I'm not sure Parliament will be amenable even to give them a hearing or consider a revision of it. Because these and Nanas, they are part of us and part of our culture. So, Mr. Speaker, I'm raising this to invite the majority leader, who is leader of government business, that the Minister for Local Government and the Births and Deaths Registry should give us cause why they should not stop this illegality, because they do not have the authority under the laws of Ghana to ban those names, and must give us reason why they are proceeding on this lawlessness. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The registrar apparently attempted to bring an amendment to the Act, and the Committee on Local Government at the time flatly refused to deal with that. It should not bring any controversy into our country. But I think it must be understood that the names Ni, Nana, Tobe, and other things, they have relevance in our culture. Mr. Speaker, I call my father Papa. So if I name my son after my father, I can't call him by his raw name. It is a reverence to my father. So if I name my father, I call my father Papa, and I name my son after him, I call him Papa Osei. It becomes part of his name. You can't decide that you have refused to recognize the name I've given to my father. And I think that it is time public and civil servants understood that the powers given to them are all written in codes, and they are not entitled to exercise any powers that Parliament has not given to them. They are not giving any discretions in these matters. And if they think that there's a need to amend the law, the appropriate thing is to go through the respective ministries and bring the bill before the House for the amendments to be done. They are generating needless tension in the country. I've just read that a group has served notice to the Attorney General that 1 month from time, they are going to bring an action against the Attorney General in respect of this matter. If that they carry through their threat, they are wasting public time because of a power that the registrar doesn't have, attempting to exercise the power that he does not have. So, Mr. Speaker, I think it is important that people who take public office should understand the culture and the practices of the people they serve, and not to impose their personal will on us. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Speaker of Parliament, Professor Michael Quay, says the officials would have to come to respond to questions on the issue.
Is hereby requested to appear before Parliament and explain matters relating to the limitations reportedly issued against the free registration of names by Ghanaians. Parliament is considering this matter as very serious because it is an essential part of constitutionalism that there should be limitation of powers, and we don't want to be surprised by the day in terms of such directives. On Tuesday, as Parliament says, we require the Honourable Minister, therefore, to come and justify this, or let Parliament know what steps have been taken to reverse this directive. Under the English legal system, a writ of quo warranto will have been issued immediately by Parliament against such an official. So we thank the Honourable Minority Leader for bringing this to the attention of the House, because it's a matter of great importance. You must act within the parameters of the authority and power. For now, we will simply invite the Honourable Minister to seek the relevant advices and let Parliament know what has been done to reverse this, or
all right, let's get on to Facebook and see what comments people are pouring in regarding this issue. And I start with Tahiru Gamanzi, who says they are only insulting our #1 man because his name starts with Nana. They are hypocrites. Reggie Rack B says, it has always been the case. I couldn't add Nana to my daughter's name when I registered her 10 years ago. And Richmond Apia Kubi says, but we can use Prince and King, right? Kojo Brew comes in to say, good idea. And Mohammed Yassin Adam says, and yet they will allow names like Prince and Princess, while somewhere in this world, some people have names like Drinkwater, Sand, Trump, and the likes. And those are some comments. Frank Conscious Amankwa says, okay, I'll skip that. William Ankra says, such directors and Daniati says they should use the president name to start. Okay, I don't quite get your message, Danny. And Don Franco says, People are quite agitated about this. If you look at the harsh comments that are coming in, Kojo Ancora says they need death certificate because that registry is a dead institution. Oh, come on, you can't say that. It's still active. Deron says it's a call in the right direction. Some of those names translated mean chief, grandpa, grandma, or princesses, which aren't names but titles or status. A name like Osikeni, rich person, or Heneyere, chief's wife, and simply bogus. They can, however, be used as alias. Okay. Daki Unique says they should consider our culture, and our culture is what identifies us. Sethasari says, what S-whole country? And I repeat one. Very interesting comments there. Michael Boama says, I'm sure by now they have revised their notes after having their faces washed with the what annoys me most is the boss who is coming from Volta region, where sentences like "thy will be done" are giving out as names. When you go through school, allow the school to also, oh, come on, that's a bit so harsh. And those are some comments on Facebook.